We are the shrimp that talks. We are the shrimp that talks and talks. We are the shrimp that talks. We are the shrimp that talks and talks.
Well,
hello,
hello,
and welcome to the Talking Shrimp podcast. We're back. That's not our new jingle.
What was
it's a
that?
bit of fun to kick off 2024 with
Happy
a bang.
January. We're here. We're back.
We made it.
We made it. 2024.
Yeah. This is the year of the shrimp, if anybody asks.
It is. And who are you?
I'm Joel.
Still, and
Still.
I'm still Mitch.
Yeah. Nice to.
Well, technically, I'm Lewin now. Now I've started
Reborn.
the new music career has been relaunched.
Yep. In a stable.
In what?
Bethlehem.
Oh, in a stable.
Oh, that's the wrong story, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the wrong story. That's
okay.
of the other god that you worship.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well,
that's a whole different
Yeah.
topic
Anyway,
of conversation.
that was Christmas time, so
Yeah.
we're not talking about Christmas now. It's all about fresh beginnings.
Fresh beginnings.
Just fresh beginnings and January. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me.
Hey, you should write a
And
song
I'm
like that.
feeling good.
I think that would be great lyrics for a song. I think
you know
you'd
what?
do very well with that.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
Okay.
Yeah. It's January.
It is. I inadvertently like January.
I do too. Why would you not like January?
No, a lot of people say, you know,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
Christmas,
hard
the
month,
January
isn't it?
blues, it's
Yeah.
pay and all that. I like tidiness. Everything goes away.
Yeah.
Everything's fresh. Everything's a crisp new start.
Yeah.
I know it's cliche, but that
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I completely agree. We're
like it.
quite tidy humans, to be fair.
Yeah, we're quite
We're quite organised and tidy humans. We
Yeah.
like things the way we like them.
Yeah.
So I think having a new start and a new beginning is quite a good thing to have. And
Yeah, I like that.
So
Yeah, and part of that was our last episode going on, saying our kind of New Year's resolutions, which we're not really going to go into, but
No.
we do want to go more into us. We haven't really touched on us loads, so this episode's about us, and
yeah, it's the Me
That's
and You
it.
podcast.
yeah, so it's our podcast, and we're going to talk about us, and hopefully, you know, you guys are entertained, or
You learn
help
something about
someone,
us.
or
Yeah,
learn
and that as
whatever.
well.
Yeah, so
That's probably a better outlook. You learn something from it.
yeah, I think we know us well enough now.
Yeah, well, I mean the audience. They're gonna hopefully learn something about us.
Yeah. But first of all, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling good into a new year.
Good.
Yeah, aspects in life are looking pretty up in
Nice.
terms of me. I'm me number one is feeling good.
Good.
What about
Priority.
you? What
Yeah.
what about you?
Yeah, good. I'm optimistic about this year. I think there's a lot that, you know, I want a kind of what's the word? Bit of a range this year.
Yeah,
That I think-
you said you weren't as happy with last year as you could have been. Is
No,
your
in
aim
myself.
this year to improve on how you felt from last year, or to improve on how you felt just generally?
No, I think if you set yourself targets or expect things, then they're either not going to happen, or if they do happen, you're going to be underwhelmed. So I'm not setting myself anything, and
That's
I just
fair enough.
want to start noticing. Oh, you know,
Enjoyed
today's
that.
been easier, or you know,
Yeah.
certain things, and I'm just going to come straight off the bat. I have struggled for quite a few years, probably I'd say the best part of a decade now, with OCD, and I would personally say it's not as simple as a lot of people would say in ways of, you know, checking your car's locked and certain things like that. I think that's quite a generic thing to do, whereas I think it affects my kind of day-to-day living to quite a drastic extent that a lot of people you know realize. So that's the main issue. So
Yeah,
I've been honest.
I
You know.
commend you for being open about that. And
Yeah, who cares?
yeah, no, it's respectable, and it's a good start to the year and a
Yeah.
good outlook. And as we preach men's mental health and everyone's mental health, and
Yeah. We're
You know,
mainly saying the men part because we're
we're
two
two
blokes
men
on a
talking
podcast.
about it,
We
yeah.
have that experience.
how
like,
generic, eh?
Yeah.
Two white guys
Yeah.
talking on a podcast.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's good. It's good to talk, and if you're listening to what Joel just said, and you're thinking, you know what, I've come into this year and I'm feeling like nothing's changed. Not that it has to change,
No,
but you're feeling down and yeah, talk
we're
to
here
someone
to help as well.
Us maybe. We said it in the last episode, the New Year's special one. talk. We plan on talking more. We're going to be more open.
We are the shrimp that talks.
We are the shrimp that talks, and the Talking Shrimp podcast, as it be.
Yeah, and that is the main kind of focus. We don't have any intent on this getting huge. We don't have any intent on whatever from this. We just like this and enjoy it, and if we can help people along the way, then that's good.
Yeah. So that being said, I'll talk a bit about me.
Go for it.
Not that I.
Well, I've said one
no,
thing,
that's
so
fair enough.
for it.
My biggest struggle, as I said in the last episode, is I struggled mainly with weight. That's been my thing that I've not worried about, a say, but wanted to do something about, but never done. Or if I have done something, I've just put it straight back on. Through the years, I've fluctuated in weight, so I worked at Nando's for a short bit of time, and I'd say that's potentially where I'd put it the most on. Like, I was always bigger in school, and then during the last part of the school life, I lost quite a lot. And then stayed that way through college until I got a job at Nando's, and obviously late nights and long shifts, and you just end up eating Nando's all the time, which was good. I'm not saying that was bad.
It's like a rat run, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose, isn't it? I mean, obviously you're getting paid, but yeah, it's not getting better. So yeah, and doing that, I put on a lot of weight during COVID. I lost a load of weight, and then I'd say I've put it back on to a degree. Well, I have put it back on from COVID, but I'm in a in between of where I was in the worst part, like after COVID, to where I was in COVID, where I was, a more healthier way to where I'd want to be. So my goal is to reach the weight I had in COVID, but not to be over critical on myself, which is what I've always done. Yeah. As I said, I've tried many things. I've tried all the not protein shakes, but like the weight loss shakes and all that rubbish.
Yeah.
You got to find what works for you.
I think not to butt in or to say anything, but you do really enjoy swimming.
I do, and that's
the enjoyment. And obviously, if you are seeing that you're losing that weight, then if you're doing something you're enjoying, then that's class. That's something that
At the end part of 2022, I signed up to a gym with a swimming pool, and as I said in the previous episodes, I love it. I love going.
Yeah,
and that enjoyment is that after I've been in the gym, I know that I can go for a swim, and I could be in that pool for. I recently bought a pair of waterproof headphones, which was quite an investment for me to spend some money on, but they weren't overly expensive. Black Friday special and deal and all that.
Nice.
So,
but still, you're committed to that, and you're committed to something that you enjoy as well.
I can spend like an hour swimming now.
Yeah.
Like, whereas before I'd just be like, oh God, I'm getting a bit bored. I need something to listen to. I whack a podcast on, listen to me and you talking on the Talking Shrimp podcast.
Nice.
That's what everyone should do.
That's one listener.
No, I'm joking. I listen to like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. So
yeah,
there we are. But as well as music, and it just.
Plus, it's not like you're spending hours on like a treadmill and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which no one enjoys.
No, some people do to a degree. Some people like running. I do like running to a degree, but you got to find what you can keep enjoying, but not tearing the ass out of it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah,
like I don't want to overdo swimming. There's been days when I've not felt like going to the gym, and rather than pushing myself to go, I might go if I've got it in my head that I think I could go, but I won't overdo it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And some people say that's not the right outlook. You should always just keep to a routine and push yourself to do it. But that's not what I want to do. I've tried that.
Yeah.
It hasn't worked for me. So,
and I think you got to remember that you know yourself better than anyone.
Yeah. So for me, that's what I want to do this year. I'm going to carry on as I ended in last year, and I'm feeling good from it. So that's about me anyway, and my encouragement to encourage myself. So
that's two things that we've been honest about with this. So I know it's like quite easy to sit here and we're talking to each other about this that we talk about regularly anyway. This isn't a different topic that we don't know about each other that we've suddenly dropped in now. But it's hard. Like it's for you listening. It's hard to just do it. We're not coming over on here preaching and saying, oh, just because we say our problems, then it's easier for you to. You guys can do it. But the fact of the matter is, you can do it. But it's if you want to, it's totally up to you, and
you got to find
don't push yourself.
You got to find what works for you, and that's the hard part. Everyone says like admitting you need help is the hard part or the first step, but I think before that you need to find out what works for you.
Yeah, I don't think as well. Like admitting it, I don't think that necessarily means like you saying this is the issue. Or anything.
No,
it's admitting it to yourself.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
You don't have to say anything.
If you, as you say, for you, it might not be sitting in front of a counsellor or something and saying, I've got a problem.
Yeah.
It might be for you being,
Or going
I
to the
know that
doctors.
I've got this problem and I need to find a way of working on it. And,
Yeah.
you know, for you, that's what I would suggest. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know what, I you know, not to say to you guys who listen at home, I don't know what he's going through. He's explained to me what he's going through. I don't understand perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm never going to,
But
because
I
I'm
would
not
like
in Joel's
to-
head to know.
Yeah,
So.
I've got a great thing to share with you, because a lot of people, I didn't know this really up till recently, and I only understood it recently. But there's two ways of explaining someone helping type thing. Sympathetic and empathetic.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, sympathetic is like you saying, "Oh, I've had a hard day at work," and me saying, "Oh, yeah, me too."
Yeah.
You know, or so basically, like,
Yeah.
oh well,
You're matching it.
it's not that bad,
basically,
you know. I've got worse problems than you.
Yeah.
That's the sympathetic, where you're like, you're not taking their problem or helping them. You're kind of subsiding it or heightening a problem above it.
Yeah, it's like
doesn't
saying,
actually
it's
help.
like you saying, "Oh, I've got a problem." Oh well, there's starving kids in Africa.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
bigger
Why are you
issues.
moaning? Sort of
Yeah,
thing.
that's
it
like
doesn't
what it
help
is, isn't
you.
it?
Yeah, whereas empathetic is literally that connection between two people that you take part of their problem and make yourself feel crap, but the problem, it's like the whole problem shared is problem halved.
Yeah,
That's the empathetic view, and that is so much harder to do from a helper's point of view, because you have to take some of their problem, and then you have to look at your own feelings, and you know, you might get upset by helping them, because obviously it might, you know, bring up whatever feelings that you have had in the past, because we're all human, and you know, that's the way of doing it. But yeah, I found that really interesting recently, and I think a lot of people, there's not a lot of people that are both. There's a lot of people that are, you know, one or the other, and I think the people who are more empathetic are people that you need to look after more than sympathetic, because sympathetic people, you'll hear their problems a lot,
yeah,
and if they're telling you it like it's willy-nilly and it, you know, whatever, it's not that big of a deal.
no,
But
and not,
an empathetic person,
yeah, and not to say we'd brag that we're empathetic, but I
I
would
would like
say
to think
that
I'm more empathetic.
100 than me, yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
and generally,
Yeah, but we're all both, but I think you're more one or the other. That's the best way
yeah,
to put it.
I would say people listen to this, probably only I know that, and maybe most people, if you're close to us listening to this, don't know that about Joel. I don't know. You'd probably know it about me, because
Yeah.
it's more of a on the surface thing about my issue, whereas your issues maybe not as much surface, and
Possibly.
and
That's a
you
good way of
hide
putting
better than
that.
I do, obviously.
Possibly.
But that's not to say it's worse or to say it's better.
No, but that's a good way of putting that. I think
Yeah.
it's like the whole kind of book cover type idea. You know, you don't actually know until you ask, or you know, you understand anything. But yeah, no, I agree.
So not to, like, how do I say this? Not to just say that the problem's fixable like this. What do you think is going to help for you?
Me getting my ass into gear,
Okay,
because
as we said, that's a good start. But how?
I think
Do you know? I'm not trying to push you into.
no.
I'm not trying to push you into something here. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, I think that my issue is it like the whole OCD that I look at is it's a battle that you're either winning or losing at some given time in the day or whatever in your own head, and I think you have to keep pushing yourself, or something has to change in order to kick the kind of part in your brain saying, you know, that's not going to happen, don't believe that type thing, you know. But it's got to the extent where it's maybe I might have one manageable day, I wouldn't say necessarily a good day, but a manageable day in a month.
Yeah,
And
which, no offense, is not great.
no, it's not great,
That's
but
pretty bad.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But I don't know, I really play it down in my head, which
You
maybe
do.
I shouldn't
You play
do.
it down to me.
Yeah, but I look at stuff like in my head, like I don't know. It's just you've got to keep going, and there's bigger things, you know, to look at than that.
But you're now being like empathetic to yourself. No.
Yeah, no,
Do the other one.
sympathetic.
Sympathetic to
No,
yourself.
I understand that, but I mean, like, I don't know how you put it. I mean, because it's your choice at the end of the day. If you want to get better, you've got to make that choice.
I don't think better's always
how
the right word though.
No, I think the only the my target with this eventually would be for it's manageable, to an extent where like it doesn't affect me every day.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Not that I want you to bring up everything.
No, go
but for people listening and for myself,
yeah,
what would be an example of something that's causing you an issue every day?
So
if you don't mind, obviously you don't have to say.
I'll go for it. Yeah, I want to be honest on this. So I struggle with OCD in the form of like counting using numbers. In my head, good and bad numbers. In my head, a good number is an even number, and they fluctuate between time to time and certain things. And it involves like touching stuff so many times or blinking so many times, and it's like, you know, have you ever had like an annoying kid like tap your shoulder so many times, or like even me tap your shoulder and stuff? Like you're just so annoying that something's constantly there jabbing away at you for ages and ages and ages until you do something about it.
It's like that grinding noise in your head when someone's drilling that you just can't go to sleep or something.
Yeah,
one of them sort of things.
Yeah, and
I know that sounds
it's that,
stupid,
but
yeah.
it's that constantly.
Yeah,
like I am knackered.
I
am like shattered all the time because you're obviously having to like subconsciously have this battle every single second of every single day. Like I'm not playing it down by that, but like some days it's easier to mask than others and stuff, and masking is like a whole, like, I don't know, I feel like it's I don't know, it's easier when you are busy because you don't realize it as such, and also, you know, with masking it, if like you're busy and others are busy and certain things like that, like at work, you just kind of go with the flow, and by the time you know it, it's either like lunchtime or finishing or whatever, you know. But when you're by yourself, you know, on PlayStation or I don't know, on your phone or whatever, when you notice it, it's a right pain in the ass. Like it just drives you mental.
Yeah. So it's not, so me playing not devil's advocate in this situation is not.
No, go for it.
Me being that person now of just being like, oh well, surely that's the same as me making sure that I have to have the TV on like a 5 or a 10. Yeah. It's not the same as that, though.
No, because I would say once you've done it, you're satisfied.
Whereas for you, it's never a satisfaction.
I am satisfied for about a second.
And then you think of what?
There's another thing that I'd have to touch on. For example, like I'm talking about like getting changed and leaving the house for work. It probably a couple of years ago would have taken me, I don't know, like let's say half an hour, and then maybe.
And that's not you getting ready. That's you checking that the house is locked, ready to leave, right? Or
not just that, just like it could be literally, you know, putting stuff away, or, you know, like deodorant or a towel or like clothes or whatever, and it is so like persistent that I've been late for work because of it and stuff, but I don't know.
It makes you not want to leave the house, sort of thing, because you just want to keep checking.
It's just a constant thing where like if I don't do it, something bad will happen.
Yeah,
and it's stupid. I know it's stupid, and
that's
the part that
I'm not going to empathise with you and say, yeah, no, it is. I'm telling you it is, and I don't mean that in a horrible way.
Yeah,
I'd rather be constructive and say, yes, it is.
Because the fact of the matter is, like, you know, let's use a football game for example. We watch a lot of football games, and no matter how many times I blink at a player, it doesn't mean they're going to score.
That's what in your head you're thinking.
It has no influence.
But that's what you think. Sorry,
I'm
trying to understand.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a player thinking, God, I need to keep blinking at this player.
If I don't blink so many times, he won't score, for example.
But then what happens if you blink, say you had to blink 8 times and he still doesn't score?
Yeah.
Do you think, I didn't blink enough times? What is there what's the mental
it just
battle
heightens.
in your head?
It heightens, and then it's on to like the next one and the next one and the next one. Like, it is so constant.
Right, until that bit of satisfaction, and then it still carries on anyway. So
yeah, and like, not to go too deep into it, I would go to the extent where on a bad day, I end up looking at myself in the mirror and I hate myself for it.
Yeah,
it's awful. Like, I look at myself because it is me. I see it as me, and I'm not gonna be like beat around the bush, but like mental health's in your head. Like, it's you.
Yeah,
the problem is you. And that's how I see it.
Do you think the issue stems straight to I'm not trying to counsel you.
No, go for it.
Do you think that issue stems from something else? Do you reckon that the issue is not just from this? Do you think the issue is lay in something else?
Sometimes. I've got to be honest, I've always, like, as a kid, I've always, like, had certain, you know, let's say OCD tendencies and stuff, but not to this extent. And, like, been, I don't know, like, with sort of, you know, putting stuff in the right places and certain things like that. And I think it's heightened by, you know, like, events in your life, for example. And I think they kind of knock on to, like, the next level of OCD. That's the best way I could put it. You know, I've had, like, things that have affected me, and I haven't maybe dealt with them, or I haven't dealt with them in the correct way, and therefore it's heightened and gone to the next level.
Not to ask you personally, but in terms of what, like a family, a member, like losing a member of your family or something like that, or what?
Yeah, I mean, even down to, like, a change. That's the best way I can put it.
A change. Yeah.
Any change in stuff, you know,
something
like
that you can't
changes.
control. A change.
Yeah, something that you control. Therefore, OCD adapts to an extent that you think you can control it.
Yeah,
that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah,
not you know, I don't want to sound all doom and gloom, and I don't want to ask you just the simple question: how do you think you're going to get better from it?
I don't think I am ever.
That's what I'm about to say before.
But I don't
better is the wrong word.
Yeah,
and I don't mean that in a coping mechanism.
Just
way.
to a level playing field, really, where you've got some sense of control. Because right now, I don't think I do.
No, as you said, 1 in 4. What did you say? 1 in 20 days is a good day.
Yeah,
if that.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I know this going into this episode before we started recording this.
Yeah,
I know this to some degree, and you know, not that I say I help massively all the time, but I'm more of a distraction to you, I think, than
kind of. But I would say, like, I have talked to people other than you as well that they do help, and it's not the fact.
No, I'm joking.
it's not the fact that, like, they don't help. I think it's just like. That's what I mean by the problem is me. Like, it doesn't. I couldn't care less what a counsellor would say, or like a friend, family, whoever, because the problem to me, like, is me, isn't it? Like, it's in my head. Like, I'm the one who's gonna have to solve this.
Yeah, but then there must be something, like, you know, this is me as a problem solving person. I'm a very, like, logical thinker, and
well, the other option is medication.
Yeah, but I'm not a massive believer in medication.
No, I think medication, you're in that, like, rat run where I think you go to a doctor and you say, oh, you've got this. Bang.
Here's a tick in the box for this.
You've got a label now.
Yeah.
Right, you've got a label. What can we do for it? Medication. Right. Bang, you're on this medication.
Which is just going to be an antidepressant.
No,
it's going to be, isn't
probably. Anyway, that medication works 2 months. Starts to fade out 3-4 months. By 6 months, you're back in the doctor's office. What can we do? Oh, we'll change medication. Okay, brilliant. You're back to it. 3 or 4 months, class. Yeah. You're back in there 6 months.
Cycle, isn't it?
Yeah, so unless you get off your ass and sort yourself out,
yeah,
you know, I'm saying it on my point of view as well. Like, I'm saying, like, I have a mental health issue. It is OCD, and if I don't get better, no one else is gonna help me, and nothing else is gonna help me.
Just do a shitload of weed.
Yeah.
Just for reference, we're swearing now. There'll be an E on this episode.
Who cares? Yeah, who cares?
But no,
it's being honest. It's honesty, and that's all it is. It's not a bad thing to, you know, necessarily swear or whatever. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
We're being honest. We're being very, very transparent, and that's what we tend to be going forward.
Not that we were in previous episodes, but we, as men who openly want to talk about mental health, we thought it was only fair to talk about us first.
Yeah, but anyway, I've gone on about myself and stuff.
No, it's been good. I know we've not, like, people listening, we've not reached a conclusion or an end, and I don't think we ever will.
No.
I think you will battle through things.
Yeah, but even if it's the extent that someone listens to it and says, "Oh, actually, yeah, that makes a bit more sense."
Yeah, because in my head, when you describe things, I can relate this to someone I know who goes through the same thing, and I would maybe just say that I don't even be the empathetic person, or I'd be the what was the other one? Sympathetic. I would just think, why are they being so stupid?
Yeah.
Like, why I play that person, which
is
so bad.
Saying,
like, not bad,
you have to be empathetic all the time, because sympathetic people look after themselves, which is good.
Yeah.
But I would say, like you said with that, just, like, think about the other person before you act or you say.
Which I would say I don't always do. Whereas I know you in your situation, I think not that I treat you differently, but I understand it better. I don't understand it at all.
Oh yeah, massively. But that's a bit more point. Like, to take that time and energy to to understand. That's all.
Whereas with the other person, now that I know what you say, I'm not saying they're going through the same thing.
No,
but I can use what I've learned to understand a bit more.
Yeah.
So this is why talking helps, because you might be listening to this now thinking, "Oh, I know someone who."
And you can go
acts like that sometimes, and I'm, don't obviously pressure someone into thinking.
No, but you can just
they've got to talk to you if they don't want to.
But even just I don't know, just tell them and teach them.
Yeah, well, yeah. Lessons are learned by people talking.
Yeah, but the other thing I was going to say is to do with the whole we could have the best counsellor in London here talking about all these scientific things and these problems and how to solve them with therapy and drugs and whatever.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, a lot of people are normal people that. We're I'm not a professional in this. I'm using my own judgment and things, but I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I think we live in such a world, like you said before, with all the protein shakes and stuff like that, for example.
A commercial world.
Yeah, it's just there's other things. If you actually think about things properly and in your head, and you listen to people who are just honest, because a counsellor is a person with a job.
Yeah.
Do they care about the people that they work with? Maybe.
Yeah.
But my point of the matter is, we're sat here, I care about you, you care about me, and this is helpful.
That's what I've always said to you, isn't it? Because you've said, I'm going to say this, I'm sorry if you don't want me to say, you've been to counselling sessions.
Yeah.
And I've not, and I don't feel I've had to yet. For any reason, but in the past when people have spoke to me and said, "Oh, I think I'm going to counselling sessions," I've always been against it because that's been my mindset. My mindset is, no offense if you're a counsellor listening to this, but at the end of the day, you're getting paid for a job to listen to someone.
Yeah,
you're going to listen to that person for an hour, then write some reports on them, and then you'll be on to the next person. And
whereas that
might help some people, but for me, I'm such a logical and practical thinker that for me, if I was in your situation in a counselling office, I'd be sat there thinking they're just waiting for the clock to finish, so they can get to their lunch break and then on to the next person to finish their day. Because that's what I think when I'm at work most of the time.
No, you're right. So but I also think that friends and family know you the best.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes better than you do, and they're the people you need to talk to.
Yeah, and that's not me shitting on people being counsellors, and if you're someone listening to this going for counselling sessions and it's helping you, don't make me saying that stop you going.
Yeah,
if you think that's helping and it is helping, carry on, please. That's my point of view, and you don't need to listen to that at all. It's just what I feel. So
and by our experiences, we're not this isn't opinion based. This is using our experiences where they're not wrong. They're just how we feel.
And I would prefer you, Joel, and anyone listening for that matter, to rather than spend your money or taxpayers' money on going to counselling sessions, to talk to me or talk to a family member or talk to a friend, and if it doesn't help, then obviously then go to counselling sessions. But
sometimes you don't need to do. You just need it to talk and someone to listen. That's all it takes sometimes. And that's the thing that I think people like counsellors forget. That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah, and that's not all. That's just to clarify.
Counsellors are great. Counsellors are fantastic.
Yeah.
Doctors are
it's
fantastic.
A hard job.
They try so hard and things. It's just sometimes the bare minimum is helpful, more helpful and stuff,
Yeah.
But just to get it out there, just before this episode ends, because we're going deep into this.
Happy January, by the way.
Yeah, happy January. This is a great episode.
As we said, we want to talk more about us and talking more about us and being more open. Starts with this.
Yeah. So, facts and figures in the UK. I'm pretty sure I think a bloke every 20 seconds in the UK commits suicide. And I'm saying bloke specifically because I think blokes are 40% higher than women.
Yeah.
And I'm saying a bloke as well because we're blokes. I'm not being sexist, whatever. I'm saying this because I don't think it's fair that we preach about how a woman feels in some respects.
No. We can be empathetic, we can understand to some degree.
Yeah, but it's like us saying, it's a period, take some paracetamol. We haven't got a fucking clue, have we?
We don't know.
No.
What are we going to do? We don't know that pain.
Exactly, but
so
I think that's shit.
Yeah.
I think that's an awful stat, and I'm fed up with it, and I think that if this podcast helps, or whatever we do in the future helps.
Yeah.
Even if it's the extent of us joking, making stupid YouTube videos, whatever, and we lighten someone's day to an extent where, let's be really, really drass, they think that they're gonna, or they want to commit suicide, and we help them to an extent where they don't. As simple as that.
And you don't need to tell us. Like if you're listening to this and this does help, don't, like, I'm not trying to take the pragmatical thinking and just take the pride away.
Yeah.
But if we
don't care.
We
couldn't
don't
give a
care.
shit.
If this is like, not in a horrible way, we're saying this as people who care, but if this has helped,
great.
That's
Keep
amazing.
it going.
That's so good.
Tell the next person.
Yeah, tell the next person.
You've
You've learned a lesson from what you've learned.
Yeah.
Pass it on.
Basically, my point being is, I don't think there's enough people making a good enough change in this country.
No.
Especially people in charge.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's do it ourselves.
And that's why we've moved into January with a new mindset.
Yeah.
And that's why we've got no filters and why there's
No
an E on
filters,
this episode.
totally
Because
transparent.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We were caging ourselves to some degree
Yeah.
by not swearing. And that's so minimal from, personally me, I think. Because I said we should do this podcast as a no swearing podcast. But
yeah.
we're not hurting anyone. We're here to help.
Yeah, and
So-
it's not, we're not going to be effing, jeffing and stuff like that.
No.
All the
We're
time.
not going to do it as a...
I've only done it in things that I believe in.
Yeah, I mean...
And as a joke.
But
obviously,
let's not say all the time we're not going to do it
No,
on
but
a whim.
to make a point, it's true. The UK government aren't doing enough.
No.
It's as simple as that.
No.
They're not doing enough.
And that's not us saying we can do any better.
Yeah.
But,
No, you look at people like charities and people working, to an extent where they are helping. They are pushing and pushing and pushing, and they don't get the support that should happen or whatever. But yeah, anyway, point being, that's status shit. We need to change it.
Change needs to happen, and the smallest helps the mass.
Yeah, if we help one person
Yeah.
in this whole thing, this has been worth it.
Yeah,
in my
and
eyes.
that's all I was trying to say before, just to clarify. I wasn't
That's
saying
true.
I don't care about you.
Yeah,
Obviously,
we do care about you, but like, if it helps you, great.
Yeah.
But just tell, like, keep it going, sort of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we want a chain of events instead of like. It's great if we want to go. Oh, cheers, appreciate it, love the podcast. Great, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
But we're not in it for that.
No, we're here to help each other.
Yeah.
We did this to start this podcast because we thought we talked funny crap.
Yeah.
And the whole name Talking Shrimp is because we didn't want to call it Talking Shit.
Yeah,
And
that was literally
it's
That's the
the
story
play on
of
the
Blink
words.
182 concert.
Yeah.
That's the reason that we're called Talking
We've
Shrimp.
never spoke about it before, but yeah. It literally...
So technically, we're always family friendly.
Yeah, well, yeah, Talking Shrimp. And shrimp is just another word for talking... Urban Dictionary, this is. Talking nonsense.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what we're doing. And, at the end of the day, this is all nonsense. So,
Yeah.
hopefully helpful nonsense to some.
Yeah, but not to go too deep into it. We will finish up, but I'm going to finish on probably one of the heaviest questions I will have ever asked you in the entirety of our friendship.
Oh, God.
Have you ever thought about suicide?
Yes. It's an easy answer.
In what ways?
I'd never do it. It crosses your mind, doesn't it, at certain times in your life. Just when things get too much, and I don't mean that in a way to say I've ever been at the point where I think it's been too much, but there's been points in your life when you're like, it'd just be an easier out.
Yeah.
And
I can definitely see why people try or do it.
yeah, but then my complete, I'm not saying, this is me being pragmatical and logical. There's more to live for.
Yeah.
And
There's
behind
always-
every easy outcome, which is death, an easy out, there's a better life after it. And that's not me saying the end. Like, back to what we first said in one of the first episodes, when you die, that is it. I believe that is an out, a light, a death, an end. And I don't think that should be the end of what people experience in life. There's so much more to live for.
It's so much better for you to be in the world.
Yeah. Thank you. You telling that me?
Well, anyone.
Oh, thank you. I took that as personal.
I like that.
No. Life's for living, and
Yeah.
life can be hard, and it's easy for us to say as two white males sat here. Life can be hard,
Yeah.
and even for us, and obviously we're in a middle class life, and we live an easy life compared to
it's
some
cushy
people.
compared to some people.
But
yeah.
if you're not in that situation and you've had a harder life, there's positives to every outcome.
Yeah,
And I don't think the end of your life is the positive.
That's the best way you could put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, entirely.
I it's not my story to say, and I don't want to say this as a brag, but I've stopped someone from jumping off a bridge, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not talking any more about that because it's not my story to tell; it's theirs.
It's fair enough.
But I would hope that person has gone on.
Like the
I've seen them after that event. They didn't say a word to me, and they didn't need to. But that I would hope when I saw them, or not almost made me cry, but it put a lump in my throat because I saw them with a family, and I was literally like, I didn't know. So there's more to life.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say any more on that. I won't talk about that. It's not my story. It's theirs, and you know, they're probably not listening to this, and I hope that they never do. No offense, but yeah, life's for living, and an easy out is not the outcome.
Yeah. Can I say on that? Well done. By the way,
no, I don't want that. I don't want that. That's not why I said it.
You deserve at least a well done from somebody. So I should be that person.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you didn't have to do that.
No,
that's the choice in it. And I would also say a lot of people our age are sometimes more helpful.
I will say I was nervous at the situation.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a.
Yeah, but you still did it. That's my point at the time, and you still had the balls to go and do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's it.
So yeah.
It just takes talking to someone. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
So
sometimes that's literally all it is.
That's all it was, and that's all it was.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is, it's a lot harder for someone to watch someone they love go through something than for someone to be the opposite.
Yeah.
It's so much harder to be on the person that you can't do anything, and you're seeing that loved one
go through something,
say or do whatever, you know, like, and I'll go quite deep into it. I've watched someone that I love turn around to me and say, I want to die. And like in my head, I was like, how the fuck am I meant to feel about that?
Yeah.
Like, this is so contradictory because first off, I want to help you straight away.
Yeah.
Two, well, do you feel the same way as I do? Because I would never do that because of how you feel, how like I care about you.
Yeah.
And three, what do I do about this? Like, how do I act on this? What do I do with this? It's so much easier to go through something than to watch someone go through something. I'm not being harsh.
I'll slightly disagree with you.
I'm not being harsh to that. I'm just saying, like, you've got to look after those people too. Sort of thing, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like, if I sit there and moan to you and say how crap I feel, I've still got to ask you how you feel.
Yeah.
That's
agreed.
the best way I could put it.
The best thing that I can say about this recently, the best. It was Mental Health Awareness Week, wasn't it? Back in October and all that, whatever it was. Norwich Football Club.
Oh yeah.
Released a video.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it. Search for it. Google it.
Yeah, we'll put it on everything.
I'm not going to say any more about it. It needs no explanation other than just to watch it.
You need to watch it.
It got me.
Everybody
on this planet
and I almost cried.
Video. I cried at it, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a great video just to state the highest of highs and the lowest of lows and what people go through daily.
Yeah. And also like I said before, the other person.
Yeah.
And certain things like that.
It literally is the other person.
Yeah.
And no offense, I related it very much to me and you.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one I am, and I don't know which one you are, and I hope we are neither in a way.
Yeah.
We're our only people, and I hope we're never in that situation.
Norwich City Football Club, phenomenal job.
Yeah.
One of the best adverts I've ever seen.
It might be the best. It might be one of the best things out of like.
Yeah. Even if you don't like football, go watch it.
Even if you don't like football,
it's
realistically got nothing to do with football. Well, I mean, it does, but
it's tip of the iceberg. It doesn't matter. Football doesn't matter.
No, football doesn't matter, but it's a good help.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So,
go watch that. The only other thing, like you said a minute ago, crying. I've cried a lot this year.
Same. So have I. More than ever. Yeah.
It's class.
I had a bit of a cry today, to be fair.
Did you?
Yeah, I was having a bit of a tough day, and something just took me by surprise, and I had a bit of a cry and felt better after it. So
fair play.
Crying helps, and that's. I'm not just saying that to say it.
No. I'm glad that you said it.
I don't cry every day, and today was the day I cried a little bit. A couple of tears came into my eye, and I felt good from it.
So. But don't be afraid to as well. Yeah, it's good to let you do it. Did you do it by yourself?
Yeah. Not that I.
No, but sometimes it's better in a way. Like I know people say, "I don't cry by yourself." And stuff, but
I will say, I think I'm not going to say too much on this. I think TikTok's helped in a way.
TikTok.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
obviously it's not all good. I'm not saying TikTok's amazing, but you come across a lot of videos that do help in a way.
Yeah,
and
massively.
you'll see a lot of videos that are encouraging. Obviously, you'll see a lot of crap. You'll see so much crap.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
you know, there's the odd video every now and then that's uplifting, heartwarming, and brings a tear to your eye.
Yeah.
And that's just because the massive content you see.
Oh yeah.
So you know, I'm not gonna say too much about TikTok being amazing,
but you're totally right. Yeah.
I think it's just the video itself speaks volumes. So
yeah. But also on the state of like, they don't always, even if you think at the time they're, you know, like bad tears, they might not be.
No, like for me, I find it hard to cry. I'm not a person who
Same.
cries a lot. I don't, and when I do cry, it's only a few tears. And I wish it was more like when I was a kid and you just pent up anger and you'd bawl your eyes out. I wish I could do that, but I just can't.
Yeah, I don't know what actually like clicks, because I feel the same.
Yeah.
And it's something must have, you know, growing up.
Yeah, something just happened and just no more. But
yeah,
it was just a bit of a relief more than anything. I was having a bit of a
it's just
crap
twizzling
day.
the Coke bottle, isn't it? A bit. Letting some air out.
Letting some air out. Yeah, to a degree. I don't know. It was just. I don't want to say too much about what happened. It's nothing bad, nothing good. Just a bit of a crap day. Didn't feel in the best of moods at the start of the day, and a few things to do the morning just made it a bit worse. And I was just in one of them mindsets where I was just like ready to burst in a way. And the smallest thing of I just got some positive news basically.
Yeah.
And it was enough to realise what I was doing was worth it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to say any more than that.
You don't have to, yeah. That's totally,
Not that I don't want to say it, it's just it doesn't need to be said.
But also, like, it's the same as earlier. It's that little thing. It doesn't take a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, even a smile.
Yeah.
Smile at people. Ask if they're alright.
Yeah.
Everyone's a human.
Yeah.
Like, I see so many people our age do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That makes even me looking at it like, oh, that's class. That's great, you know?
Yeah.
It's huge. Like, it is massive, and you don't realise it. It's so much, like, effort goes into how you look and how you present yourself and all this bollocks.
Yeah.
But a smile a day.
Yeah, it goes a long way. Honestly, smiling at people.
Yeah.
And they don't have to smile back at you, but that could change someone's day, as you say.
Yeah, massively.
Literally, a smile is enough.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think we'll leave this episode.
Yeah, we can keep going and going and going.
Happy New Year. Use what we've said today as encouragement.
Yeah,
to
more
be
motivation sort of thing.
Yeah.
More of a, you know, get up and do.
Yeah, this hasn't been us moaning and us explaining our problems at you because we want help.
No, but
if you could offer us help, you know, do. But we know what we want to do together.
Put it this way, people enjoy films and watching things
We've
like
found
that
things that
and
we like.
music.
Yeah.
When they've got that connection to that person.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this helps with.
Yeah.
Like any new listeners as well. Like a lot of people we know who listen to this, and it's great.
Who probably don't know a lot of this stuff, to be fair.
No, because let's be honest, we don't talk really.
No.
We talk to each other quite well, and we talk to a few people, but never as much in depth than this. And we will keep going and saying things throughout the podcast. But we needed to do this episode.
We did, yeah. It was due. It was due.
Yeah, because I gotta say, I haven't necessarily enjoyed this episode. I haven't not enjoyed it, but
it's been a harder episode for me and you. Like I've got I'm quite a shaky person generally, but I'm quite shaky and nervous now. Yeah. But not through that I haven't enjoyed it.
No.
I mean, we've been talking about this now for go on 45 minutes, and I could talk another hour.
Yeah.
So on that, I think we should leave it here.
Yeah.
And end on a positive.
Yeah, but take this and just tell people.
Yeah.
Not about us or anything. If you learn something, if you think something might work, I hope we've helped.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could put it.
Just talk to people and smile, and life is for living.
And life's way too short.
Life is short.
So smile at people and have a fucking great year.
Yeah.
Enjoy talking shrimp.
Enjoy
and we'll
talking
be
shrimp.
Back as soon as we can.
Yeah, we'll continue on to Sunday episode.
Yeah.
Happy January. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Thank you from Talking Shrimp.
Thank you very much.
My name's Mitchell. Your name is Joel.
Yep. We really appreciate it.
On to the year. Goodbye.
Goodbye.